Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike with Stone Foundation Gaming, and we are playing a game in our premium heavy tank number 6 on the map Karelia. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this map is usually a tough one. I'm actually usually conflicted on really which way to go. I'm gonna go with the crowd. I mean, I know it's really bad to lemming rush and just have all 3 heavies go on the same side, but honestly, we need as much reinforcement as we can possibly get. I mean, let's be realistic. Total rig battle. Wow. Yeah, no, I agree. So, we have a T? Okay, we have a T1 heavy going over there, so we should be fine. Now, between me being the sniper long range and the LY being able to mop. Yeah, I agree with the bots. The guy in the comments over here is not incorrect, but what can you do? He's going to be doing most of the damage. I'm going to be trying to pick people off. Looks like we got someone lobbing good shell. Oh, that's the 4H lobbing the mortar shells, the derp cannon. All right, easy enough. Yep, pop out on this other guy. If you're not doing the 8, 16, 25, which is an option in the settings, I highly recommend it. I think most people do. Some people don't at low end games play because they don't really know that you can, and then some people don't at extremely high end gameplay because they just don't, and it's habits. Which, as we know, there is a lot of that in gaming. Everyone has their own personal preferences, and that's actually what makes it interesting. Armor's pretty thick on the Churchill one, even for this gun, which is not the best gun that you can get on the Tiger. For example, I have the other Tiger as well. It is the first gun on the Tiger. First of the good guns on the Tiger. It's not the best gun on the Tiger that you can get. That is reserved for the Tier 7 Tiger tank, Tiger 1. This gets the gun one step before it, one grade beneath it. Which is fine. On a Tier 6, on a tank like this, that's pretty armored, in a game with Tier 5s, this gun really doesn't ricochet off much. Unless it is tanks that everyone is having trouble getting through. Otherwise, we should be just fine. Now, luckily, these scouts are actually doing their job, so I gotta come up here and support them a little bit. Even if I gotta take a little damage, I have to push up and intimidate. I just have to. That was a bad shot. I did not shoot at his lower plate, but that's fine. There you go. Take one more, it doesn't matter. He gets blown. That's fine. I'm gonna sit here and wait, let the scouts go up. There's no reason for me to push that hard. Got our first kill. Our stats are actually looking half decent. Nothing wrong with that. Now I should just be able to outrun this OI. Yeah, no problem. This is looking like a promising game. A lot of these games have not been exceptionally good lately for me. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. No, a lot of these games have not been exceptionally good for me lately, which isn't incredibly fun. But this one seems to be slightly better. I think we played it correctly. Luckily, the scout tanks moved up, and then I pushed forward and took damage to support them. That is exactly what you have to do as a heavy. You can't just sit there and snipe from the back. If you're fortunate enough to have light tanks that push up in front of you, then you need to run up and support them. Granted, I did that in 2 stages. I stayed in the back, fired because I, from a range, but I was actually able to take some stuff out, and then pushed forwards. This guy, I'm going to ask him to move back. Because there's no reason for him to get clapped, for no reason. If that other T-52 can spot him, then great. I can't really get a view on this guy, actually, really enough. He's going to take that other guy out there. Yeah. Listen, dude. Yeah, I was going to say, don't get baited. Alright. So it's important to communicate with your team as well. I mean, right there's no reason for that guy to die. There's absolutely, yep, there you go. There's no reason for him to get baited. So it is important to communicate with your team. Always looking around. Their scout is all the way on the opposite side. Now this is where it's going to start to get a little weird. They're going to go for the capture, which is not a bad idea. But that is actually the call. No, that is the call. So hopefully those... I've been spotted, which is not good, although it isn't that big of a deal, actually. They do not have artillery, so... shouldn't actually be an issue. Close. I got impatient. No, I missed my opportunity. Now I'm getting hit. And I missed that last shot. Doesn't matter though, it was a victory. That's all that really counts. It would have been nice to secure that T-52 at the very end, but he was humming, so what can you really do? Alright, well thank you guys for watching. Glad that was a victory and somewhat of a weird ending, but capturing the point is sometimes what it takes to get you to where you want to be. Alright, thanks.